Welcome to the TDC Today's Show communities. My name is Sue Roskoff. The Disability Channel, or TDC, is out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, showcasing abilities. TDC is committed to providing quality digital media production services, education, and employment programs by and for persons with disabilities and veterans. TDC offers digital media production, video production, post-production, social media, and podcast creation, production, and support. TDC offers education and employment programming, which includes digital media courses to persons with disabilities who are unemployed and underemployed. TDC also offers community partnerships. Through partnerships and sponsorships, community partners and organizations become ability champions by supporting media created by and for people with disabilities. And we are your USA team. Today with the Today's Show communities, I am so happy to be bringing several good friends here to the show, and old and new. So I'm so happy to have everybody coming on in. First, we will start with Eric Englard. So Eric, come on in, and if you could give everybody an idea of who you are. I know we've had a recent conversation here, and I'm so happy to have you joining us.
Yeah, thanks. I'm Eric Englard. I'm a licensed professional engineer, and during the day, I work as a solar farm construction engineer, and at night, I'm Batman. No, not really. I wish. No, what I did was I found over time I'm really passionate about people expressing their passions and having those passions expressed in various forms of content, whether it's books, courses, speaking engagements, other things. And I create a business to do that and to fulfill on my passion. So I've been loving working inside my business. And what I love doing particularly is having people start expressing what it is that they're up to and having those things be alive and real in the world for them through simple, easy do exercises. I'm a big fan of the 5-minute exercise. Someone might do something for 5 minutes, maybe. And that's a little bit about me.
Excellent. Well, I'm looking forward to diving in a bit more, but let's go ahead and bring in our next guest to join our conversation here. So Marilyn Lemaire is also a wonderful friend for quite some time now. I'm not even sure how far back we go at this point, but Marilyn, so glad to have you joining us. If you want to share a little bit about who you are, what you all do.
Hi, aloha everyone. I'm Marilyn Lemaire from Honolulu, Hawaii, and I am so thrilled to be here. Thank you for inviting me. What I do is I help people with I help people with their nutrition for their body, mind, and soul. And I love one of the companies that has my heart I have partnered with is Frequence, which is frequency infused nutrition. So just raising our frequency. And the frequency is already within us. So just reminding our bodies how powerful we are and that we can heal ourselves from the inside out by raising our frequency.
Excellent. Oh, I love that. I'm looking forward to diving in a bit more there as well. So let's go ahead and bring in our next guest to join our conversation here. Marianne of Waikiki is joining us as well. How are you doing tonight, Marianne?
Aloha from Vancouver, Canada.
I love it. So we are international tonight. Go ahead and remind everybody what it is that you do.
Well, thank you again, Sue, Kurt, and Emily for the podcast engineer. I just want to share we met on Happy Neighborhood Projects during the pandemic. I became a co-host in Hawaii as well as the sign language interpreter with Denise Vargas when we opened up other chapters or states, countries through Happy Neighborhood Projects. And I'm the author of the Acts of Kindness series. My books are written for animation movies with sign language characters and soundtrack by local Hawaiian artist Lucy and the Perfect Wave, which is now becoming internationally homebound back to her home country of Germany. So a lot of people who have lived in Hawaii are relocating to foreign countries, which is good. That makes us multicultural and bilingual and learning experience and journey. So grateful for that. And so The books are written for animation movies and for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and climate change, which we are finishing. We're partnering with Leon McLaughlin out of Clean Water Foundation out of Washington State, Seattle, which I will be traveling down to in 2.5 weeks to join him on October 5th for a fundraiser event with the Eagles Club that is going to be hosting the Real Deal Band, and I'm going to be book signing. Now, through my sailing journey, some years ago, I met Captain Mary and Captain Jack in Ensenada when we left Hawaii, sailing to Cabo and San Carlos, Mexico, and they live there. So I'm going to be seeing them as well. So it's going to be a nice reunion, book signing, and bringing the books to the world. Just to share a few other good things with you guys too, as entrepreneurs. I won the Awesome Grant Foundation Award in July, Oahu, Hawaii, and that was $1,000. And we're gifting the Waikiki School for the Deaf on October 15th. My books, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, and coloring books. Leon will be in Waikiki. Captain Mary will be in Waikiki, but I won't be there. But that's okay, because I'm here in Vancouver and I'm going to where? A bee farm. I'm so excited. So we have a new bee perfume that may be coming out. I'm stressing the be kind, be nice, and be gentle. It's a bee moment here. And so great things happened on my travels up here. So it is going to be busy doing business with Leon McLaughlin in Seattle. And I hope to do a photo shoot for the Gold Coast magazine. So that's my journey. And all United States classroom teachers can request copies of my books from an organization called DonorsChoose.org. And you can go on Awesome Grant Foundations. There's different chapters. There's the disability chapter. Sue and Kurt, there's On the Water that you can get, projects going, replacement skis. And there's the climate change chapter. There's a vegan chapter. And there's different states, countries, and continents. That's the same thing. But anyway, check it out. They give $1,000 a month. You could use it towards your projects. And so go out and play. I'm Marianne of Waikiki.
Excellent. Thank you so much for being here tonight as well, Marianne. So I want to bounce back to Eric. I wonder if you could dive in a little bit on that 5-minute concept that we were talking about earlier, because I think that's something that can hit home for all of us. So why don't you dive into that a bit for us?
Sure. So I've been working with people for years, and people want things, right? Like each of you wants certain things, and sometimes they seem real big or overwhelming, or how do I get it? And I call that mind friction. Mind gets stopped with friction, not the L word. Okay? Didn't say that. But we have these thoughts that stop me from actually going for what I want. And one of them is, I don't know how to get that. Like, how could I? And that kills off a lot of the cool wants and possibilities. And what I do is help people basically reverse engineer things. So what are the actions or what are the outcomes that happened along the way in fulfilling that? Oh, well, what are the outcomes of fulfilling some of those? And it just breaks it down. And I'm a big fan, like I've said, of the 5-minute exercise. Someone might do 5 minutes of something. And often just starting something, anything, even if it's like, I'm only going to do 5 minutes of it, breaks that like first step barrier, or that like whatever it is that has us not start. And you get the opportunity to kind of start, oh, well, actually accomplish something. Huh? And sometimes you just keep going. But the main thing is, what if you could take whatever it is you want and break it down into simple, easy actions, ones that are obvious? And that's just reverse engineering, which I think most people don't really think about. And that's what I love doing with people, is getting it where you get closer and closer to what you want. And as that starts to happen, many people start getting really passionate about what they want, because most people already are. I already am. I already am. That's good English, right? Um, I'm also a silly kid at heart, so bring some of the kind of silliness to this. But that's a little bit of what do you want? What's a 5 minute, what's one little thing you could do that would get you closer? And then what's another little thing? And another little thing. There's a concept from Japan called Kaizen, which is just fancy term for lots of little things, little actions add up to big results. And that's how the auto industry in Japan is now crushing the United States car industry, basically, and has for a long time. So that's a little bit. I could talk for hours because one of the things I also say a lot is once you get someone passionate talking about what they're passionate about, you can't shut them up. So I'm going to turn it back to you, Sue, if there's another question or if whoever's next to say something.
Well, actually, Marilyn, I want to pass it your direction here. So, when you hear that, what does that do for you? What thoughts are in your mind?
Oh gosh, I love all of it. Just being intentional with your actions and when your thoughts. And something that I love is, just writing down the steps, the little things that you're gonna do. And when you say what you do and you do what you say, it keeps you accountable. And then everybody's confidence starts just rising, right? Because we're like, oh, this is possible. I can do it, right? And I was just mentioning to a friend, I was like, a lot of us who have started businesses, we don't know what we're doing. However, we, just put one step in front of the other every single day. And we're just moving forward in that sense. And we may fall down, we may make mistakes. However, if we keep getting back up, right, we will, the only way that we will fail is if we quit. So just keep going, right?
Exactly. Well, and I happen to know one of your passions, I think I can call it that, actually, we're switching the screen around here. Oh my goodness, you're here to throw me off, aren't you?
Sounds like something
So
he's passionate about.
does that bring it back to being like center of attention? Is that how that goes? Here, I'm going to go ahead and get everybody back in spotlight for the conversation here. But I know that, Marilyn, you enjoy karaoke. Is that correct?
I do. So during the pandemic, we weren't able to go out and sing and so I started a Zoom karaoke and it was so fun, just gathering people from all over Hawaii, and we just came up on Zoom. Everybody got to sing their favorite songs and there was two rules. The first one is always clap for the person who just sang and the second one is have fun. So we had a lot of fun doing that. And now I get to, give back in that way, bringing people from all over the world coming together to sing their favorite songs.
Awesome. And one thing that I hear from Kurt often is what's fun gets done. So keeping things fun and being light with those things and remembering that, you know what, you don't have to do it all in one sit down. You, like what Eric was saying, pick a piece, 5 minutes, start something, just do 5 minutes worth and get started. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to Kurt and join the conversation.
Obviously, folks, I'm a disruptor, and part of the art form of disrupting is to gather a crowd to demonstrate, how things happen and, how to bring it forward. So yeah, we're talking about go out and play, have fun. Sue and I have talked about our stories about adaptive sports and recreation. Our dream is to have a major facility lakeside so we can have all the aquatics and have an indoor facility for all the indoor formats of activity, rock climbing, and to have a big adventure area. And then that's just one part of our, eventful, constructions for the future, because we're looking at Global Ability Fest, where we have, performing arts and, music, having concerts, like Shine Music Festival, that's brought to us out of Denver, Colorado, years of success, in creating, an inclusive audience area, for everyone. That people, it's not that we're accommodating people with disabilities by just having them having their limited section. It's the area works for everybody. And so that's what we're passionate about here. And earlier today, we were on with Doug Cornfield, who has written books, including A Pound of Kindness and also Pulling Each Other Along. And this is based on stories from an athlete, a baseball player, Dave Clark, who, has paralysis from polio. And so he's used crutches all his life. And this stage of the game, he's also using scooters and stuff like that. But he was able to have a successful professional career pitching from crutches. And next week, we're going to have an invitational event with Pulling Each Other Along Collective, which is basically a business community that everything that they have to offer, they work up in concert with people's business objectives. So like what Eric is talking about in terms of trying to achieve these things in business, the collective kind of breaks it apart, and the members of the collective help each other taking those steps towards what we're all trying to achieve in business. And we talked about the Happy Neighborhood Project, where a lot of us met each other in terms of guests coming to these shows. A lion's share of them come from HMP, and our world opened up through this concept of spreading happiness around the world with our chief happiness officer, Edwin Edeberry. And, and the work that Sue and I have been doing on the water ski front, we've had injured and wounded veterans coming into our water skiing events, and that's opened up a lot of insight into the veteran community. So start with injured, wounded vets, but then opened up to be for everyone, to consider all veterans and serving these areas. So we're just very excited about having guests like Marilyn, Marianne, Eric, and everybody that comes into these shows and the work of the Disability Channel, because really we are turning a corner, with February coming up with Prince Harry, with the Invictus Games that I call Paralympics for injured and wounded servicemen and women, out of the Vancouver market where Marianne is at, out of Whistler, Canada, is where a lot of these sports are going to be performed, and the competitions are going to happen. So, and like Sue said, this is an international phenomenon. We have elements like the Great Discovery and, a lot of things happening in the background, but this is on the precipice of reaching millions. And we, as a group, as, thousands of people, we're going to be turning a corner in 2025. We're going to be outreaching to millions, including routine of year after year. The Disability Channel is at the Super Bowl. So we're going big because we're already home. So let's go big. Back to you, Sue.
I love it. Yeah, this whole thing of small world effect. I mean, truly, we are. Oh my gosh, we're not just the United States here today. We go far and wide with what we're able to do here, and to be able to do that all with, it must have been somebody's thought at some point saying, how are we going to keep connected? How are we going to do this? And that we can actually be together here on our screens and enjoying from wherever we are. I'm literally sitting in my car right now. That doesn't matter. We can still get a chance to connect and make a difference for each other. So I'm glad you guys are all here, that you have the opportunity to meet each other, and hopefully you can walk away with a nugget that makes a difference. And speaking of that, I do want to give each of you on here a moment to be able to, whatever your final message is, what would you like each other and the general audience what message do you have, whether it's about what you do, what you can share? Be sure to, if you are interested in sharing your contact info or a website or any of that, please be sure to do that as well. I just want to make sure.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd like to go first if I could. It's Marianne of Waikiki. And again, mahalo for having me on here. I just want to share my book, Underwater Acts of Kindness. It features Noah, the hard of hearing whale, who is recruited by a sea turtle called the General of the New Earth Army to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. And he comes down on a Hawaiian vacation. They have a glow in the dark party, and he loses his hearing in a boating accident. And what kind of life is he going to have? Now, Eric, I want to put this book out to you because in chapter 7, he learns out that he's being recruited by the general of the New Earth Army to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, that he is part of the ecosystems engineers. He did not know that. And it's a beautiful story. And Maryland, while he's doing that, they create Noah's song. And we have the words, we don't have the music, the vibrations, the ukulele, or anybody can so go out and play this and karaoke this song. I just want to read you these lyrics so you guys can so go out and play and read the book this season. And it's Noah's song. O land dwellers, hear our call. O walking ones, we need you all. Your plastic poison mess is causing pain and stress. It's robbed us of our health and the oceans of its wealth. Can you hear us crying? The oceans are dying. Send help this way. Hurry, don't delay. O land dwellers, hear our call. O walking ones, we need you all. Please send your help this way. Hurry, don't delay. So go out and play, Sue. I'm Marianne of Waikiki. It's www.actsofkindnessseries.com, www.donorschoose.org, www.awesomefoundation.org. You and Kirk can get up to $2,000 on the water from disability and on the water awesome grant foundation. So your dreams could come true. Just apply. It takes 15 minutes. And aloha and a from Canada, Vancouver. I'm looking forward to finding out more about these events, and hopefully we'll get Prince Harry the books and the puppets and the coloring books for his children. Aloha, I'm Marianne of Waikiki.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Marianne. So, Marilyn, I want to go ahead and pass it over to you next. It's your turn.
Yes, I just love how, as I learn more about like abundance, and I will say majority of my life I lived in scarcity. So, thinking of it, everything as a pie. And if somebody else got a bigger piece of the pie, that meant I got a smaller piece of the pie. However, through self-development and just learning about abundance and what's possible, like I think of all of us having a candle, and if we light each other's candle, like the whole world just lights up, and there's no shortage, right? We're just brightening up everywhere, like being the light. And so I love that. And then I also put a link in the chat to download my free guide on how energy and frequency can help change your life and help raise, your vibration. So riseandvibe.me. And I just really appreciate so much that you guys invited me on today. Thank you. Mahalo.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Marilyn. Eric, I'm going to pass the torch your way, or should I say the candle?
Pass me the candle. That's fantastic. I've done an exercise in complete darkness and the one candle, and then passed it to a couple hundred people. So it's beautiful what you were creating there. For me, you can contact me at info@livingdesigned. I already forgot it. livingdesigned.live. And what I've been doing and what I'm really passionate about is people expressing their passions. And I'm running basically free workshops through the end of the year, about 15 of them, for people to take their passions and create that into books or video. And we'll find a way for people who can see that. And but there's no cost to anybody, because I'm passionate about people expressing those passions and how to do it in, like I was saying, in 5 minutes at a time, and reverse engineer and just pull it right out of you with really no writer's block or anything like that. Because when you get things simple enough, it really is simple and easy. So that's one thing I have. And then I have also doing other events. Most of them are free for people to have the opportunity to express themselves. And if I was going to leave everyone with one or two things, one would be talk to other people about what you're up to. You don't have to hide it. There's a whole world of people who would love to talk about whatever your topic is. And the people that don't want to, that's fine. Just, there's only 8.5 billion people, roughly. There's people who are interested in what you're interested in. So go find some of them. And that expression of your passion lives on, like it gets into you and gets all over them. So, and the second thing I'd like to have people just kind of ponder, explore, inquire into is what if what if you took on your life as a team sport and actually let other people participate in your life and help you and have resources? And now 2 people, 5 people. I've been playing with this particularly this year and finding more and more that it is definitely more fun playing with others. And the ideas and resources are right there. Almost anything I could want and finding is 1 or 2 steps away. Like I wanted to be on podcasts and things like that. I don't know how you guys found me. I have no idea, actually. So
I love
exactly.
it.
Kurt was stalking me, apparently, which was super. So if you want to contact me, find out a little more, I'm at info@livingdesigned.live, LIVE. And I'm really looking forward to talking to some of you about what it is you're passionate about.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And Kurt, I'm going to pop it your direction. Final thoughts?
Oh, you did pop it. Oh my goodness gracious. Here at the Disability Channel, we are about showcasing abilities, television by and with people with disabilities and veterans. But on the ability side of it, wow, the ability that we represented here in this episode, absolutely phenomenal, and a great call out there that, we're cheering all of you out there on for everything that you can do and have that can do attitude, and to, yes, accomplish your goals and dreams and make it all happen, and not forget to celebrate when you have any steps towards your future and where your journey is taking you. So sing a little song, dance a little dance, and let's Wang Chung tonight. Is that where the lyrics?
Wow.
So there you go. That wraps it up right there. We're about done, and I think we're having fun. Over to you, Sue.
Yeah, Kurt, you're a box of chocolates. I never know what I'm gonna get, but it's sweet. But truly, it is. What a great group this has been tonight. So with Marilyn, with Marianne, Eric, I love this whole idea of sharing our passion, raising our energy, and doing it in bite-sized pieces. There's so much in all of us, and being able to bring your group together, find your people, be part of a community, and grow together. It's right there. It's right in front of you. It's easier than you think. Just take it down to those bite-sized pieces. So for all of us here at the Disability Channel, we truly do appreciate everyone being here and joining us, and to all of you, we thank you.
Y'all come back now.